What's going on, everyone? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So the JAK-12 was finally released in this Season 2 Battle Pass. Don't worry, I will be making a video on the Tree Cutter, which is the Tier 50 skin, as well as the Legendary skin when it does come out, which I believe it's tomorrow. So I could have uploaded this earlier because, I mean, I did get Damascus pretty quick in the live stream, but I just want to play for a little bit. I ended up making like 60 games. For the entire diamond grind, so I'm pretty much halfway there, and upon recording this video I've made it to 80, so I just need 40 more games to unlock diamond camo. Don't worry, I'll have that out as quick as I can. But let's talk about the JAK-12, because right now it's probably one of the most confusing shotguns I think I've ever seen in this game. So the JAK-12 is essentially the AA-12 of Call of Duty. It's a full auto shotgun. It's actually the first one in this game, if I'm correct, or well, technically it's actually the second one, because you can hold down the fire button and just spam with the striker. So technically this is the second, but this is the first official full auto shotgun that we have received. So it's just like Modern Warfare 2019, it does remain with all of its attachments as it usually does, with guns that they bring in from other Call of Duty games. A good example would be the Swordfish with the Halberd Mag, which was the Pentaburst for Black Ops 4, or the Rytec AMR with the Thermite as well as explosive rounds. So pretty much everything is as it was in Modern Warfare. So the first thing I do want to talk about is the attachments for the JAK-12. So much like its other full auto friend, the Striker, well, if you want to count it as a full auto, since you could pretty much hold it down, well, you can hold down the trigger, so yeah. If you count that, it does have its own set of attachments. It also does have Extended Mag C and Extended Mag D, I believe. So basically, a whole drum mag full of just loads and loads of shotgun shells, which is pretty cool. But the difference between this one and the Striker is that you don't actually have to reload each shell one by one. This one you pretty much take out the mag and you just put it back in. Very simple. So just like that, the JAK-12 is already better than the Striker. As for the other attachments, they're not really that important. They have just basic shotgun attachments, combat stock, light stock, strike stock with extended light barrel, a light barrel as well as a marksman barrel, and pretty much every typical muzzle attachment that you would find in a shotgun, like Marauder suppressor as well as choke and just the rest. But besides the large mag expansions that you can have with the JAK-12, the two biggest unique attachments, I would say, is the slug rounds as well as the explosive rounds. So I know a lot of people had complained about the explosive rounds in Modern Warfare because they were too overpowered. Trust me, that is probably the worst attachment, at least in this game, because it doesn't really cause that much damage and you could still get killed pretty easily either way. And you would think that because of its explosive behavior, you would think that it could pierce through, kinetic armor or just destroy score streaks with ease. It doesn't do that. I've tried taking down a stealth chopper with those explosive rounds, and they pretty much don't do anything at all. So yeah, this is probably one of the most pointless attachments for this gun. But I will say, they made it up very well with the slug rounds. So I know recently the shotguns with slug rounds aren't really the best because they're not, truly accurate, but they knocked it out of the park with this one. And from what it seems to have infinite range. Well, it does say it does get increased by 50% for the range, but it kind of feels infinite anyways, because no matter where, you're going to get 65 damage from a very, very far range. So it doesn't really matter whether or not you use any barrel attachments. What I really recommend is just using something that would help increase your ADS bullet spread. Of course, the downside for the slug reload is that it only has 8 shells, so that's a huge downside. But like I said, it's very rewarding because it's a 2-shot kill from any range. So getting long shots for this gun is extremely easy. There is no excuse for why you cannot be able to do this. So as for headshots, it's pretty much the same, of course. This weapon is pretty friendly when it comes to its headshots. But if you do want to get it more precisely, you could always use the slug reload. As for hipfire, I mean, it's a shotgun. It shouldn't be that hard. Plus, it's full auto, so yeah, there's no excuse to not be able to do it. So now moving on to the attachment, which is probably the hardest one for this weapon, is doing it without the attachments, where you do have to get 60 kills. So yes, the gun without attachments, without any range extensions or any help for ADS, bullet spread, or even hipfire accuracy is pretty bad, and you're gonna die a lot to a lot of different people. So I mean, even bots. I mean, it's a very, very weak full auto shotgun, especially for an AA-12. But once you put the attachments on, you know, such as extended light barrel or marauder suppressor and anything that helps with ADS bullet spread, it's an absolute beast. I think one of the main problems with the JAK-12 is that it's extremely inconsistent. So sometimes you could be in front of someone, you get like 35 damage with each shot, and sometimes you just kill them almost instantly. It's very weird. The one-shot kill range is extremely short. No matter if you put marksman barrel and even marauder suppressor together, the one-shot kill range is very, very slow. This is probably because it's full auto and it has a decent fire rate, so they didn't want to make it too overpowered. The same pretty much goes for the explosive rounds, or I guess the explosive shells, because you can't just have them one-shot people from across the map or even in close range like that. It would be way too overpowered. So I kind of understand the approach that they took here with balancing the JAK-12. But yeah, even then, I still kind of feel like it's weak. And, you know, if you're going against, you know, very, very skilled players, especially in hardpoint matches, I don't really know if this is going to be a truly viable option. That's one problem that I am facing right now. I mean, obviously, I'm just in shipment because I'm still doing the diamond grind. So I can't really tell you for sure if this is a truly viable option. Not at least until I get diamond and I could, you know, use it in other maps. But if you're just using regular ammo, you could always expect a 2 to 3 shot kill if you are accurate. So yeah, you have to be really, really careful with this weapon. You could either set it as a hipfire or maybe a mix of both. But for me, I mainly just focus on, you know, ADS bullet spread. But it doesn't really matter anyways because the marauder suppressor and some other attachments do help with hipfire. So you kind of have like a good mix between, you know, both options. So one weird thing that bothers me a lot is the large extended mag D. So there is a huge difference in downside between the two extended mags that you do have on this weapon. So the first one gives you a capacity that goes from 8 to 20, which is like, I think, 8% ADS speed. But when you switch to the large extended mag D, which gives you 25, like, it seems to skyrocket up to like 15% ADS. They should have at least put it down to like maybe 10% or maybe 12, but like 15% I felt like it was a little bit excessive. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much my whole take on the JAK-12 right now. It will change once I, you know, start using it more in different maps. Of course, it doesn't really take too long to grind gold. I mean, even with diamond, I'm pretty much almost done with it. So, I mean, if you do have XP cards, you could get through you could get the gold process done much quicker. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.